Alright, so real talk, this episode was kinda mid. It plays with a Transformers-like concept, but they bring Mr. Goldenfold in, and Rick's not even here, and it's like, we're just playing this completely straight. Okay? It was an interesting creative direction. It was kind of imaginative. There was some funny stuff in there. Some funny puns with, letters and numbers and what have you, and whatever. But this week, instead of trying to stretch out a loose plot into an 8-minute video, because let's be honest, this plot is as loose as it gets, let's talk about something this episode introduces, a very broad idea that could pave the way for better episodes in the next season. So this episode brings back Mr. Goldenfold, of all people, for an adventure, which we really haven't seen since Lawnmower Dog, one of the very first episodes in the series. He's Morty's math teacher, and other than the fact that he eats shit, we really don't know anything about him. He's not really that interesting, and that goes for this episode as well. He doesn't do anything super groundbreaking. His connection to the plot is very weak, and so is Morty's, to be honest with you. They both don't really do anything. I guess he's upset because Ice-T didn't tell him he loved math, or did his homework. I don't know. I'm really trying with this one, you guys. This is hard. This isn't like a bad episode, it's just not good at all. I don't know. But the fact that they gave his character another shot says a lot, because we haven't seen this guy in seasons, but it seems like the writing team are becoming more open to involving other side characters in the newer episodes, and I'm really down with that. I think you know where I'm going with this. There's one side character they haven't had in a long time, and they need to bring her back, because she could catalyze some really interesting episode concepts. We need Jessica back. Hear me out. So episodes that involve Jessica tend to be stronger overall. Obviously the GOAT, Rick Potion number 9, where the entire plot revolved around Morty wanting to get with her. The Mr. Nimbus one was pretty good. Rick Die Repeat is a classic. Rest and Ricklaxation, top 5 episodes. I mean, even the pilot gives her some screen time, and she does drive the story along a little bit. Because what we as Rick and Morty fans want right now, I think I speak for all of us when we say that we want something different. We want really strong episode concepts that write themselves. Pickle Rick. I just said Rest and Ricklaxation. The Jerry Mind Swap one. Those are all fantastic episodes because they're very strong concepts at heart. And basically anything involving Jessica just seems to be really cool. I said last week that we needed more Rick in summer, and I still stand by that. But you throw Jessica in there, now that is a recipe for one legendary episode. Need more proof? Let me rapid fire off some ideas to you. Jessica walks by Rick's garage and accidentally touches a crystal that causes her to flicker in and out of dimensions, like the Borealis in Epistle 3. She accidentally falls into the same dimension with Evil Morty, and who knows what that could do to him. Morty seeing Jessica again could be like Rick seeing Diane again. Obviously not really comparable, but you could really shake up that Evil Morty dynamic. Maybe he resents Jessica, and he wants to use the Omega device to rid her across every dimension, who knows? Or maybe you could do another brain swap episode with Rick and Jessica. Can you imagine? Jessica just barges into the garage and starts telling Morty off, and he's confused, but he keeps trying to flirt with her, even though it's Rick, it's not Jessica. And maybe there's some mechanic where he's incapable of telling him that he's not Jessica. That could be really fun. Maybe Morty steals some of her DNA because he's creepy, and Rick spills some sci-fi stuff on it, and it causes Jessica to go full Terminator on Rick. I mean, that could be kind of cool. And those are just 3 quick ideas I just kind of came up with. The point is, the writers should really bring back characters like Jessica, and broaden the scope of the stories they can tell. I think it's pretty clear this season, they wanted to mix in a few of their stronger episodes. You can kind of shift them around, and it doesn't really change anything. The episode order does not matter this season, and I think they wanted to give us a variety, like a decent spread of good, bad, weak, strong, somewhere in the middle, and we've just gotten a lot of weak episodes recently. And I think bringing back a character like Jessica could really improve things. Bring back any character. As long as they have an interesting dynamic with someone in the Smith family, I say go for it. And Jessica just seemed like the most natural fit. It could be anybody. But Jessica has had several episodes where she's a major player, and it usually seems to work. That's why I think bringing back this character could be really beneficial for the show. They even played around with her being an elevated character at the end of that Mr. Nimbus episode, but they didn't really follow up on it. She's like a time god now, but no, I guess she's just back to normal. It could add an interesting dynamic, make for better episodes, but it could also really affect our Morty. Because like I said in the last video, I think Morty's been kind of stagnant. Whether you agree or disagree, it's okay if you don't agree. We all want him to do something really interesting, where he really has to choose between Jessica and Rick, a normal life or sci-fi shenanigans. That's always been Morty's emotional push and pull. Oh wait, that's the plot of Megamind, and look how well that turned out. All I'm saying is, just let the writers cook. Us fans want something different, and bringing in Jessica, putting her in sci-fi related shenanigans, not just high school stuff, could be a really cool combination, and it'll keep things fresh. You have, what, 30 more episodes to do at least? You made an episode about the Numericons, you can make an episode about Jessica. That's all I'm saying. So let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree. I feel more confident about this position than the Rick and Summer suggestion. I think bringing Jessica in for at least 1 or 2 episodes could not only really mature Morty's character, but also add an interesting new element to the Smith family dynamic. Or let me know in the comments, which character would you bring in? A side character from the first couple seasons? Let me think, who else could come in? Sleepy Gary? No. Speaking of Lawnmower Dog though, Snowball could come back. They teased that, and then it was a rug pull. Nothing came of it. That would be so awesome. Something involving the Meeseeks. I don't know. These are just suggestions. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. I think it could be really cool though. So that was this video. More videos on the way. Rick and Morty is almost done with this season, and when it's over, I'm probably just gonna take it easy, do whatever feels right. So I hope you decide to stick around for that. My name is Candles, and I'll see you later.